Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. Today is the last day of April, so I hope everyone's April went well for them. Hopefully you had a good reading month. Today I am here to share with you my TBR for May. I tried to cut it down a little bit, but honestly my TBR is still just as big as it was last month. I'm not sure if you guys have watched my April wrap up part 1, but I talked about how in the first half of April I kind of disregarded my TBR and reread a bunch of manga. So a lot of the books that I had planned on reading I didn't get to. So if I have the time to get to them this month, then I will. I'm not talking about all of those in this video just because there is a lot and I don't want to keep mentioning the same books over and over, even though a few of these have popped up before. I will say though that I don't have all of the books that I would like to read this month. There are some new releases that are coming out pretty early in the month that I want to get to that I don't have yet, obviously, because they aren't out yet. They haven't released yet. So I'm trying to leave a little bit of room so I can definitely get to those, because I've had so many books on my TBR, I haven't been getting to my pre-orders, and those are really starting to stack up, and I don't want them to stack up too much to the point where, like I said, I'm adding all of these new books in and not reading them, even though I'm trying to read some of my backlist. It's just a mess. But the books that I have, I really want to get to, because those are some of my most anticipated books for the entire year. Anyway, like I always do, I'm gonna split this up into sections. I don't know why I usually talk on my hands, but you usually can't see them because they're usually below the camera lids. Anyway, gonna start with book club, talk about a couple books that I have for review, and then all of the other books that I want to get to. So starting with book club, started with the Wicked Spirits book club, which I help co-host along with Lauren from the Novel Lush and Amanda from the Naughty Librarian. Every month we put up a vote. Each of us picks a book, and then you guys get to vote on what you want to read. As far as I could tell, which I'm pretty sure because I checked it, there was still time to vote, but I don't think anything has changed because I'm pretty sure that the vote is over now, or it's going to end today that I'm filming. But checking on both Goodreads and Twitter, the book that was in the lead was Guilty Pleasures by Laurel K. Hamilton. Moving on to the next book club that I'm going to be participating in this month, and that is the Dragons and Tea book club that is hosted by Melanie from L to the Any and Amy from A Court of Crowns and Quills, and that is Dragon Pearl by Yoon Ha Lee. I was really excited to pick this up. I had pre-ordered it, so I'm looking forward to reading this and hopefully I enjoy it. And for the final book club that I'm going to be participating in for this month is the Attack on Manga book club, and this one is a little different because there's not an official Goodreads page. The people that are part of the group, we are in a group chat on Instagram and we chat through there. But the first one that we're going to be reading is Orange Volume 1, and I'm pretty sure that she said we're going to be reading the entire copy of this, the collector's edition, which is the first 3 volumes, and then volume 2 of the collector's edition is the other 3 volumes in the series. Before I move any further, I do want to mention a book that I am currently in the middle of. I actually just started this today, which is the 29th that I'm filming this, so the day before this video goes up, and I just started Marked in Flesh by Anne Bishop. This is book 4 in the Others series. I picked up the audiobook for this one from the library, and I don't think that I'm gonna finish this before tomorrow is over, or I guess technically today is over. If I finish it before the month is over, then that's great. If not, not a big deal, and I will just carry this on to May. Moving on to some books that I have for review. I have actually 3 books that I have that I'm going to talk about. So the first one of those that I have is Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. And I actually received an e-arc for this one, and I had planned on reading it, but when I get e-arcs I tend to forget about my ebooks because I have so many physical books in front of me. I'm just I need to read those, and I kind of forgot about it. But then this copy randomly showed up in the mail, so that was really exciting, and it's a finished copy, so I was really excited about that. And since I still haven't gotten to it yet, I figured I will go ahead and read the physical copy, you know, the finished copy, since I am supposed to have this for review. So I want to get that read so I can get that review up. Next, I have Nilium, I think that's how you say that, by Claire Delicia. I'm probably saying that all wrong. This is a YA fantasy, I'm pretty sure, and I received this from an indie publisher, Month 9 Books. They contacted me about joining their booktube tour for this, and the final book that I had for review was Heirs of Fate by Amara Luciano. Now we're going to move into my everything else section, and I guess before I get to the books that I have, my physical books that I have here, I can talk about the ones that are going to be released later in the month or at the beginning of the month. So the first one is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the first book in a new series from the two of them. It is also another sci-fi. I'm really excited about this. One of my most anticipated reads for the year. I think I said that at the beginning of this video, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's coming out May 7th, so I figured I just want to just knock it out early. I've seen so many people with early copies and I was jealous, but I'm excited to be able to have the finished copy in my hands. And actually, I just saw on Instagram they announced that the audiobook is also going to be full cast like the Illuminate series. So I'm debating if I want to physically read it or if I want to use my monthly Audible credit to get that audiobook. The next three that I have, actually I do have one of the copies, but I don't have it on my shelf, so I'm not going to pull those down, and I don't know if I'm going to pull pictures up. But I have Once Ghosted, Twice Shy, Can't Escape Love, and A Prince on Paper by Alyssa Cole. So Can't Escape Love and A Prince on Paper actually come out tomorrow for me, so by the time this video goes up, actually I still won't have them yet because I'm going to be posting this like in the middle of the night, but they will be coming the day this video goes up. And then the final book that I don't have a copy of yet is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I believe this one also is coming out on May 7th. I'm really looking forward to this because I absolutely love the Poet X. This is another one. Over the weekend, she posted the hardcover like underneath the dust jacket for the copy of this, and it looks beautiful, and it's probably going to be one of my new favorite covers. And I can't wait to have it. So looking forward to that. Those are all the books that I don't own yet, but you know, they're coming. Moving into other books, a lot of the next ones that I'm going to talk about are like sequels to series that I did not get to last month that I had planned on, or you know, continuations that needed to be read this month. So spoiler alert for part 2 of my wrap up for April, but I finally reread Nixia, and I ended up getting the audiobook because I really did not want to like physically reread it. So I finally want to go ahead and read Nixia Unleashed, which is book 2 in the Nixia triad, and also Nixia Uprising book 3, which is the finale to this trilogy. Next I have this is going to be another spoiler for my wrap up, which if you guys follow me on Goodreads then you probably have already seen, but I have The Wicked King by Holly Black. I finally was able to get the audiobook for The Cruel Prince from my library, and I don't know, today has just been a day for announcements. But today Holly Black announced that the final book in this trilogy, The Queen of Nothing, is actually not going to be released in January of next year, but it's going to be released in November of this year. So it's coming out, what, 2 months early. Next I have Shadow Kiss by Rochelle Mead, and this is book 3 in the Vampire Academy series. Next I have books from the Blue Blood series, which was another series that was on my, you know, series to read this year, but I fell behind on this series. So I have 3 books, or like 2.5 books technically. That one is The Van Allen Legacy by Melissa De La Cruz. This is book 4 in the series. And then next I have Keys to the Repository by Melissa De La Cruz, and I'm pretty sure this is like book 4.5 in the series. And then finally, to catch up for my reading for the month, I also want to read Misguided Angel, also by Melissa De La Cruz. This is book 5 in this series. I think that the Van Allen Legacy was the last one that I read when I was reading the series before. So I think from this point moving forward that all of the rest of these books I haven't read yet. Alright, and finally I have 2 more books that I have on my TBR for the month. The second to last is Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schultz. And then the final book that I have to talk about at the moment is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This is the book that came in the April Owl Crate box. I have a lot of books on my TBR. I don't know what's wrong with me. And as always, I have a bunch more that I'm not showing off in this video, but I do really want to get to them all. But as of right now, the books that I showed off and talked about in this video are top priority for May. So we will see what happens. Hopefully I don't get distracted again with a bunch of rereads and I can get through quite a few of these. Wish me luck. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading in April. If you are reading anything, like I always say, if you're interested in buddy reading, definitely let me know. That's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.